Thank you for clicking on Making Noise. Today we're going to be sitting with Ladie Bug and BayBay from Property 6, the local Arizona rap rock group, and we're going to see what's going on with them. Thank you for clicking on Making Noise.
Let's get local. Let's get local. Let's get local. Let's get local.
Let's get local. Ladie Bug is rolling solo with the Rolo, ready to like my homies hitting switches. Like a hitter when he bitches making runs for fun.
Thank you for clicking on Making Noise. Today we're sitting here with Property 6, Ladie Bug and BayBay. I appreciate you for giving me your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
How long has Property 6 been together as a group, as a band? In general.
2002.
In 2000.
Yeah, 2002 we got together, and actually it was like 2001 because our first album came out in 2002. So we were together just a little bit before that, before we released our first album, For Sale. And yeah, we've been together. What is that? 13 years now.
Almost 14,
14
14 and a half years.
14 and a half
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with that, how did you guys all combine, especially with the six of you? You know what I mean, like with the rap and rock, and then bringing in a female vocalist. How did that come about?
You know, Josh and I met a long time ago, and he was a friend of his heard me singing and told me, my buddy Josh has a band. And I was like, he's so quiet. He doesn't have no band. What does this guy do? And he was an amazing drummer. And I went and I met his two other friends, Mark and Roach, and we formed a band called Nuclear 19. We were a band for about 8 years, and then we split. And Property 6, Bay and I had a group called Hidden, well, he had a group, let me be clear about that. He had a group called Hidden Subjects, brought me in to do some vocal work. So I was doing work with his group on the side, project on the side. And when Nuclear 19 broke up, kind of just had this like vision of, you know, getting together and jamming. And Josh met a guy and said, hey, we're jamming, why don't you bring BayBay and he could rap. And we wrote a song that day called Love to Hate. And it was an amazing experience.
So the chemistry
it just was right there. I mean, we literally walked in a house and was like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Ladie Bug. Oh, okay, this is blah, 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 he's going to play the guitar. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. This is BayBay. We're in the kitchen and we're jamming and literally wrote a song. And it was an amazing song. It's on our first album called For Sale. And Property 6 was born. We didn't have a name for a while. And it literally came up with 6 entities of music coming together to create one sound.
How often do you guys travel around and do tours and everything?
We try to get out as much as possible. Of course, we've done 5 national tours. You know, 40 cities, 40 states at a time.
And with that, I know hometown's always usually your best place where you want to have a good concert at. You know what I mean? Like that's where you're at. Like,
Yeah.
What was one of the outstanding moments when you guys went on tour, a concert that came?
Gosh, we had a great time in West Virginia. Well, I guess it would be Missouri the most. Missouri, we had 2 shows in Missouri, and they were back-to-back packed.
Yeah, they kept telling us to stop jumping up and down because we were going to fall through the roof.
Yeah.
because the place was janky, and then you know, and the crowd's jumping up, they're moshing, and they're like, you guys need to stop jumping because you guys are gonna fall through the roof, you know.
We got a lot of love in Chicago too.
And then that's where I discovered, people were flipping me off.
Yeah.
People were up there in Missouri flipping me off, and I thought it was like, like fuck you, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And my homie was like, yo, that's a good thing.
They like
they were just getting into it.
When they fucking go like this and shit, like, yeah, that's like, dude, you're dope.
Oh, okay, they're getting turned up in it. They're like,
they're getting dope. They're like, they looking at me like, yeah, motherfucker. I'm like,
we played at the gathering of the Juggalos too, and the Juggalos, we're not a Juggalo band, and for us not being a Juggalo band, Juggalos will give us mad love wherever we go.
They took strong hold of it.
They just give mad love.
And have you found out?
Boop, boop, shouts out to the Juggalos.
Have you found out? I mean, a lot of times it's harder breaking out of your own city than it is going to another city. You know what I mean? Because sometimes your city's not ready for your music, especially with the rock rap kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have you guys kind of found that, and how did
We
you?
make our own path. We don't let it affect
That's what I was gonna
us.
say. How did you still maintain that motivation through the ups and downs of? Because everyone always, if you're doing something that's different, you're always gonna have that doubters, which is a good thing though, because
Your
that
hater
means
club.
you're doing something. Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you guys get past that? How do you guys keep moving?
We love our haters because the haters keep our names in their mouths. So we're okay with that. We've learned to make our own path because
And we don't have too much haters. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
but you know, you
I
gotta
mean,
be
when you say
realistic.
haters,
everybody has
Gotta be
a few,
realistic.
but
I'm sure there's a
but
couple.
There's not. I mean, we've got a good relationship with all the hometown.
Like we made our own
artists,
path. That's what it is.
Yeah. How do you come up with that? I know through the backgrounds of where you guys come from, the influence. I've heard a couple of them. One of them. I wasn't gonna say too political, but I mean, in your music, are you trying to do a lot of political things? Put it to the forefront.
Our drummer is extremely political.
Is that right?
Very. I mean, to rallying, to standing up, to signing petitions.
Okay.
Extremely political. So there is political aspect to us for sure. We have our beliefs, and like I said, we write about life. I mean, look at
Right.
our world today.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's running for president.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy world today. Our world is so different from when we were kids.
I mean,
it
yeah,
is.
totally. It's
So we
definitely
write
changed.
about us being adults in this new world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true. And like you're saying, with the new world coming up, and from where you're from, do you ever wonder like how? I know you're gonna keep grounded because of where you come from. Because I'm born and raised here too, so I know my people won't let me change too much further. Because
Yeah,
they'll be like, hey,
right.
come here, let's talk for a real
Right.
quick.
I've already changed, kind of like that, because I'm from South Phoenix, and from 16th Street and Broadway.
Okay.
You know, where all the gangsters are and everything.
Right.
And I was gangsters, you know what I'm saying, as well. So when I crossed over to this rock stuff, you know what I mean, people then was like, yo, babe, what you doing with that rock stuff? You know what I mean?
Right.
And they want me to do this hip hop shit. They want me to do this thug shit in the hood. That's what I'm good at. That's what I was raised on, you know, killing parties when I was freaking like 10 years old and shit.
Right.
So they were used to me being this thug, and then get to the rock stuff and start jamming with motherfuckers with mohawks. And now I'm not hanging out with gangsters from the hood. You know, I'm rolling around with Josh, my drummer. He got mohawk and Little Red. It's like a punk rocker. And I'm spending more time with them. You know what I mean? And like, yo, babe, you know, you do this with this hip hop shit, and this rock shit started taking off so fast. People started jumping up aboard because they started feeling the mix. My hood shit with this rock shit.
Right.
My hood style, I should say my hood style of rap. You know what I mean? And then with the rock shit, it was just blended with her voice. It blended. People loved it. Shit got big quick. I feel like if I have to change, and that's just what it is, you know, that'll be the vision. I'll go for it, and then I think that everybody out there has our back no matter what, because we're hometown heroes. You know what I'm saying? We've been grinding for 14 years. The hip hop scene, when they wouldn't let them do a show here, they wouldn't let them do a show. There was just people, bar owners thought it was violent. We used Property 6 as a tool to get into clubs because we were a rock band. And then we would book a couple of hip hop acts, and then
To bring 'em on with
and
you,
then
right.
next thing you know,
Yeah.
now the owner's like, yo, the club's packed, and they've seen that hip hop's kind of doing okay, and then so we were a part of building the hip hop scene, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just a tool that we all knew that was going to work back in the day.
I was born in Nashville, Tennessee, and I was born to a country music songwriter who was already foot in the door. It's been in my blood. My sister, my older sister sings. I've done musical theater my whole life. I'm, a little comedian, whatever. Everyone says you should do stand-up. I love to entertain. That is my place in front of people and watching their emotions flow out of their body because of something I've delivered and given them a safe place to go to and connect in their own world, whether it be through celebration, whether it be through heartache, whether it be through just life in general. We all have enough on our plates every day as human beings, and our world's so cold yet, that music's our only outlet. It's like our only, besides laughter and music, it's something universal.
You're right. I mean, it does. I mean, it touches the soul when you hear a song, and it does. It'll bring you back to that memory.
It's very nostalgic.
From when you were a kid here
Yes.
to having bad times, and you play a song when you're sad. You listen to a certain song that it still reminds you that.
Or you get in the car and go on a road trip and you're kind of pissed off at your old lady, but that one song came on and you just kind of turned it up a little bit. And
Exactly.
there went your worries because
And
you're starting to tap.
speaking about that, road trips and all that, with family and friends and all that, how does that work out? I mean, is the difficulty of the road, has it strained any relationships with friend-wise when they're like, like you don't keep in touch too often?
Oh,
You know what I mean? And
not in that sense, no.
And then what other sense?
Well, our family's so supportive of what we do. Neither one of us have children. Josh doesn't have kids.
Okay, so it's easy to...
Yeah, and the ones who do have kids, they've got their life set up accordingly for the band, and their loved ones are very supportive. Our family's super supportive. They even, raise money for us to go on the road. They, go to Costco and load us up with food. We get these care packages. We're like, what? So... No, they take care of us. They make sure that we're taken care of. And now that, all the social media, there wasn't social media when we were on tour the first couple times, and we weren't really, it was brand new, and we weren't really doing all that. Yeah, so, with social media, I mean, even people are keeping track of you. They're watching you go on the road. They're excited for you,
Yeah,
So
they're always
we're blessed in
going
that
through
sense.
And then I wanted to touch on what you're saying. On some clubs, they wouldn't let a hip-hop artist in, but they let a rock artist in.
Yeah, they would let a rock band in, so we used...
So you use that...
We used
that key to open the door to kind of
and,
open and get in.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we were throwing shows and we would play shows with Digital Underground and stuff. So we would play on bringing big artists and then putting hip hop groups on there. But it wasn't a hip hop show. It was a Property 6 rock show. You know what I mean? We were just mixing everything together and trying to build a scene and trying to gain the trust of the clubs that hip hop wasn't so violent, you know what I mean?
Right.
And,
which is interesting because even in rock, you have mosh pits.
yeah.
In hip hop, you don't have mosh pits. You know what I mean? You just have the stigma of thugs coming into it.
Well, they're controlled mosh pits, and that's the thing. They're controlled, and the rock singing is.
Those kids know how to thrash each other around and then stop.
Listen,
Yeah, that.
well, the rock scene, they're gonna want to smoke a joint with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
The rock scene is like they're gonna want to smoke a joint with you. The hip hop scene was known for "What's up, motherfucker?" and pulling out the strap. Motherfucker, and then so you got it right there. We got some stoners right here who got some control mosh pits, and you got this, and then we had to get the trust of the club. Now the clubs have trust in the hip hop scene. Now you got people doing really big shows here.
Bringing them in and everything.
Yeah, and I'm real proud of how the scene's just blowing up.
I'm feeling a little bit, dehydrated.
Is there anything, what can I get you, man? You want something to drink, some water?
I need to be refreshed. What do you got?
I got some water, man. I got some, I know I got the perfect thing for you, man. What you got? Ready?
Oh, yeah. Nice. Coke and a smile.
So, but it goes all the way back. I mean, it goes back to the scene trying to grow from, Funk Junkie days, and the scene growing from, Bionic Drive, and there's so many golden artists from Arizona that we're a hot spot. I mean, we are. There's so many artists and on all different realms, music, acting, art, painting and spray paint, and I mean, gosh, you can delve to so many areas of Arizona art, and the hip hop scene is it's been
Yeah.
a root here for a
It-
very
it-
long
it
time,
definitely
and
has.
you know, I mean, back to the Rhyme and Weirdo days. To gosh, we're going back to West Side, you know. Yeah, I mean, Rhyme and Weirdos, they were gonna be huge, you know, and that was J Bug and you know Wax, and you know that he produced them, and I mean,
It's true.
it just was. It's amazing where we've come, how far we've come.
I mean,
in
it has.
Arizona.
I mean, Arizona just in general has come a lot. Even when you go downtown from what it used to be to where it's at now. You're bringing up artists. It just brought something into my mind. If you had one artist to work with, like be in the studio with, which artist would it be? Like out of any genre of music that you
Famous.
famous, yeah,
Not
famous,
famous.
famous, that you would be like, there's just one person that I would definitely, if I had a chance
There's
to
a
be in the
couple.
studio with.
But I think somebody that would make us just, we'd be amazing is Pharrell.
Oh, yeah.
I think Pharrell would
mean,
take us to a level of,
And his mind is so
I just,
open,
yeah, I
and
feel like
he's
he
just
put us on
very
a
clever.
spaceship and we would
And what's crazy
soar.
about that question is that, you know, when I was in high school and all that, and rapping, I always had this vision, like, you know what, I would want to do a song with Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do a song with this dude. I want to send dog shouts out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I seen
saying?
that.
I always wanted to do a song with him. So as got older, still had the vision. That was the dudes we wrote. Let's Get Loco. And when we wrote that song, I knew who had to put a verse on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
just heard Send Dog's voice on it. I'm like, it has to be. So, like in that sense, it's like I kind of done that collab.
Okay,
That,
the one you wanted
that
to
one,
be.
you know what I'm saying?
Which-
That one collab that I was like, I cannot die without having this fucking collab. You know what I mean? I cannot die without being on a track with this dude. That was that one for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm real honored that the band saw the vision that I saw, and that they were like, okay, is that you sure that's the one? Yes, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? And we extended the song and put him on it. Next thing you know, yeah, we working with.
That's dope. That's the person you were like, man, I would like
Yes,
one
I
day
mean,
on my song, and then
one day, and then
to
I
work with.
wrote Let's Get Loco. The hook. I wrote the hook for Let's Get Loco. I kind of woke up out of a dream. I was singing the song in the dream, and when I woke up, because I keep my notepad right here next to the
Right.
bed, so I woke up and wrote the song, like with one eye open. You know what I'm saying? And like I heard the lead that Danny was playing. Like I saw Sindar. Like, it was all in the dream. So I woke up, wrote it, and it all like exactly how you guys hear Let's Get Loco
Right.
is exactly how I dreamt
How
it
it
that
came
night.
out.
Yeah, man, that was like my moment.
That's your
And
moment that you wanted.
Yeah, like I said, I'm glad the band had my back and
And that's
saw
cool.
the vision.
And it, I mean, it really does seem, talk with you, I mean, it's been just a short time here getting to know each other and just sitting here. You guys really do seem like a true band, like a family more than just a band. You know what I mean? You guys really stay together, this and that. What's next? I know you got a show coming out in March. You guys got a show in March, right?
It's our 9th annual Smoke Fatties Day. It's our
Okay.
St. Patrick's show.
St. Patrick's show.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's at Last Exit, right?
It will be at Last
Because
Exit Live,
I
yes.
went to go over that. But thanks for the invite.
Hey, it was your birthday.
It was, too. But thanks for the invite. And the crowd was just so, like, it was a good vibe. You know what I mean? When you went to the shows, like, when you walked in, I was like, damn.
Sixers are the best fans ever.
Yeah.
We love our Sixers.
Yeah, like I said,
yeah.
it's a great group of freaking stoners, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, shouts out to Sincerely Collins that was on that show with us.
Yeah.
You
Thank
know,
you, Sincerely.
He's out there with, doing light work and stuff, and got
Alien Nation.
That song's doing great, you know. And my cousin Matt Rich from Power 98, shouts
Yeah.
out. And I got together with him. That show was dope that night, you know what I mean? And that was our 9th annual, and like on March 11th will be our 9th annual Smoke Fatties Day show. And we base all our shows around pro marijuana, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We were, and we've been doing these shows, this is our 9th annual, ever since the Reggie days. You know what I mean? When people were smoking Reggie, they were like, you guys are gonna name your show Smoke Fatties Day?
Yeah.
We're like, you guys are crazy. We're like,
Yeah.
dude, you know what I mean? The world is going towards this.
It
Here
is.
we go,
Yeah,
the
it's a
9th
positive
year,
movement.
and weed is legal, you know, and people are smoking and getting shit with their cards and shit, you know what I mean? And I'm like, we knew that it would one day go to this. And like I said, now our shows, if you ever been to a show now, you know that, you know, if you take drug tests, It's probably not.
The best show to go to is not the best
It's
show to go
probably
to.
not the best to hang out for a long time if you got to
Just
take
go
a drug.
outside. You
You know
can
what I
come.
mean? And you know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
If you ever go, trust me, it's a good vibe.
You know
when
what I'm
walk
saying?
in,
And
for sure.
right?
It's a bunch
I
of
mean,
2016 hippies. That's all it is.
my dad
That's
went
what
one
it is,
time
yeah.
and was like, "Yo, I gotta go," and I was like, "Well, you know what?" She's like, "You know, I gotta go, man.
That's fun.
I like my job."
I don't mean to cut you guys off. I appreciate it. I know they're telling me it's time to wrap it up. But I want to say, sitting here again with Property 6, check them out definitely. Ladie Bug, BayBay, on detail.
Hey,
Thank
you
you.
so much. I appreciate it.
Check us
Thank you for
out,
clicking.
Property 6, Rap and Roll Movement, Property 6, Facebook /Prop 6. Hit us up on Twitter and Instagram.
Thank you.